Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Corbin Report. Going over the top 10 rankings, bottom 5, and a little honorable mention of someone who escaped the bottom 5 after a nice win. Starting with number 10, we have the Cowboys, and moving up to 9 all the way to 1. Going in this order, we have the Saints, the Bills, 49ers, Texans, Lions, Buccaneers, Ravens, Chiefs, and Vikings. Now at the bottom 5, 27 to 32, we have the Patriots, the Giants, the Panthers, at 30 the Browns, Dolphins, and claiming the new worst spot in the league, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now for the Vikings, they stay the same this week in the number 1 spot. They were dominating the Packers and almost blew their lead. They are playing in London this week against the Jets, who lost to the Broncos after missing an attempted game-winning field goal. With the Chiefs, they stay at number 2 also. For the second week in a row, they came back to defeat the Chargers after losing their receiver Rice. They are facing the Saints, who have a solid defense, and their offense has been doing well so far. Is this going to be a test for Kansas City to see if they can play team ball and win? I also think this game will be close. Moving up 1 spot to the 3rd spot are the Baltimore Ravens. They defeated the Bills and showed them who's boss. They're playing division rivals, the Cincinnati Bengals, who beat the Panthers. This game should be a good one, or will the Ravens run all over Cincy like they did Buffalo? At number 4, moving up 10 spots, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They defeated the Philadelphia Eagles, who I said looked like their Super Bowl team, and this game they looked like they could use some points. At number 5, moving down 2 spots, are the Detroit Lions. Yes, they defeated the Seattle Seahawks and tied the Redskins for the most points in a game this week at 42. Lions moving down is not because they are doing bad. It's because the other 2 teams I think are doing better and because they lost to the Buccaneers. At number 6, moving up 6 spots, coming back into the top 10, we have, and they defeated the Jaguars after coming back, are the Houston Texans. This game was too close for comfort if you're a Texans fan. And now they face a tough team of Buffalo, who's coming off an embarrassing loss to Baltimore. Both teams will be showing up and making this what I think will be a good game. Also, left tackle Laramie Tunsil for the Texans has a hurt ankle, and with that, I'll be picking Buffalo over Houston. At number 7, also moving up 6 spots, are the 49ers. Yes, they defeated a team who, even though I am a fan of, are not very good but have a defense in the New England Patriots. At number 8, moving down 2 spots and staying in the top 10, are the Bills. Yes, they lost, and they're still in the top 10 because I think they can beat some of the lower ranked teams. Now at number 9, moving up 2 spots, are the New Orleans Saints. They also lost but should have won the game. They lost to the Atlanta Falcons, a division rival, on a field goal. They face a tough test in the Chiefs. They have the defense to contain Mahomes and the offense. The question I have is, can Carr complement Kamara and the offense and keep up with scoring points? I also think this game will be close. Rounding out the top 10, moving up 5 spots, this team won against their division rival, the Giants, in a close game. This week they faced the Steelers team, who was losing to the Colts and almost came back and won. Steelers' defense is good, and their offense, we know they have Harris and Pickens, but can they prove me wrong this week? At number 10, it is the Dallas Cowboys. Now moving into the bottom 5, most of the teams stay the same. We have a new team claiming the worst team in the league. And we have 1 team escaping the bottom 5, moving into 26. At 27, moving down 7 spots, are the New England Patriots. They played a bruised 49er squad and lost, but somehow managed to put up points. And then these next three teams stayed the same in back-to-back weeks, despite losing. We have the Giants at number 28, who only lost by 5 to a Cowboys team. They are facing a Seahawks team who was probably hungry after losing to Detroit on Monday Night Football. Another team staying the same are the Carolina Panthers, who had a good game against the Cincinnati Bengals. Andy Dalton showed he can still play football and kept his team in it for nearly the whole game. This game was nice to watch. Their next game is against the Bears, which Bears defense is good, but anything can happen. At 30, also staying the same, in which this team had a chance to win and just fell short, are the Cleveland Browns. They had a chance to win, getting stopped in the last play of the game to the Raiders. The Browns faced the Redskins in a rookie-led Jaden Daniels team, who just put up 42 points against the Arizona Cardinals. I did see a post, I don't remember where, but now you gotta be careful where you see things, where Watson did good stat-wise in this game. Had they not missed the extra point, they would have had a chance to kick the field goal to go to overtime and possibly have a chance to win. And it looks like Nick Chubb is back and practicing this week. Could this be some motivation for the Browns to get on the right track? Falling 6 spots after losing to a winless Tennessee Titans team in a close game are the Miami Dolphins. Well, the game was close in the first half, and neither team found the end zone until the second half. In this game, the refs had some questionable calls, and I'll get into that a little bit later at the end. And claiming the new top worst team in the league in this week's Week 5 rankings, moving down 1 spot in what was a close game, which they possibly should have won maybe, I'm not sure, didn't see the whole game, are the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's not like they're getting beat horribly. They're staying in games, scoring points. They just can't find ways to win. Let us not forget the Jaguars made the playoffs a few years ago and dismantled the Chargers. And with that, there's a new worst team. And which team moved out of the top 5? If you remember, it is actually one of our top 5, or bottom, not top 5, out of our bottom 5, and moved up to 26. They played in a close game also. Couldn't find the end zone until the second half. And it is my honorable mention, moving out from the worst team. Moving up 6 spots are the Tennessee Titans at 26. If you'd like to see the full rankings, go to the social media pages, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, the Corbin Report, and I will have them posted there with the link to this podcast as well. Now getting into the Dolphins-Titans game, some other games about refs calls. I looked into this with the rulebook on NFL, and also I looked up, couldn't find anything on it. Went to NFL.com, their rulebook. I also found Wikipedia and Quora, so 2 different things. Remember, the Dolphins recovered a kick after allowing a safety, and I've seen different things. I looked at the rule to them recovering the ball, and in Wikipedia and Quora says the kicking team can recover the ball as long as it's gone 10 yards or the receiving team touched the ball. And I remember I also looked it up. It happened in a game with the Browns versus Steelers. Wikipedia, I know, isn't a valid, reliable trusted source. Said teams can recover the ball if it went past 10 yards or receiving team touched the ball, as mentioned earlier. The Dolphins recovered the safety kick, and the ball was given to the Titans, not Miami. Did the refs make the right call? Speaking of safeties, did the refs miss a call in the Jacksonville Jaguars-Texans game? The Texans clearly tackled Travis Etienne Jr. in the end zone and the refs didn't call a safety. Please explain this to me. There is video evidence that he was tackled in the end zone, and how is that not a safety? To me, the most surprising loss this week was the New York Jets losing to the Denver Broncos. And even though the Lions were without their starting center, they still won their game. And for the Redskins, they just keep putting up points. Dan Quinn is the defensive coordinator, and he has Cliff Kingsbury, an offensive guy, and they seem to be doing well. Still need to play a big, real contender to see how they do. They played the Cardinals, Giants, and Bengals and lost to the Buccaneers. But in that loss, still put up points. Is Jayden Daniels possible offensive rookie of the year? This week they're playing the Browns. Will they continue their streak? Or will Watson and the Browns show Jayden Daniels and the Redskins how it's done? Thank you for listening and or watching. Stay tuned for next week's podcast, The Corbin Report. Have a good day, guys.